Hello, children. How are you all? In EVS, today we will start a new chapter, chapter number 14, Raju's Farm. Here, one boy is there. His name is Raju, and his father is a farmer, and his father grows onion crop in his field. So, let us read the chapter. I am Raju. My father is a farmer. We live in Vasai village of Idar district in Gujarat. It is the month of Gujarat. Like every year, my father is preparing the field to sow the onion crop. There are so many things to be done at this time. I am also going to farm to help him. From last few days, father has been using the axe to dig the soil so that it may loosen and becomes soft. Okay, now here is a boy named Raju and his father is a farmer, and these people live in a Vasai village of Idar district in Gujarat. Okay, now in the month of October they are going to grow the crop of onion. Okay, so here Raju want to help his father and he's going to the farm to help him out, and his father is using, you can see the picture of your axe, which is used to loosen the soil and make the soil soft. Now you have to find out in Raju's area a tool called axe is used to loosen the soil. What is this kind of tool called in your area? Draw it in your notebook and discuss. Okay, this farm tool is also called as kudal. Okay, and you can draw this in your notebook and write the name. Our next topic is sowing the seed. Okay, the very first step for crop of a plant is sowing the seed. Okay, we know that whenever the tree or a plant is there, the journey of a tree or a plant begins from a seed. Okay, when we sow a seed, after the germination, a plant or tree is born. Okay, this year also my father will sow onion seeds in the field. The bullocks will pull the plough and the father will walk behind them. So these all are the onion seeds where father is going to sow in the field. Now I would also like to do the same like my father. Now Raju also want to help his father in sowing the seeds. But what his father says that it is necessary to drop the right amount of seeds at regular distance. Okay, a definite distance is maintained while growing or sowing the seeds. This is not so easy to do. He says that I may drop too many seeds at one place. So Raju also want to help his father, but his father said that it's a very difficult job, not easy to do, but he should wait till he is older, and when he is older to do, and then he will be able to do this thing properly. Now what other ways could be used to plow the field instead of using the animals? Now we saw that in the picture the father was using bullock to plow the field. So instead of animals, we can use tractor also to plow the fields. Another instrument tools which are used in farming are plow, sickle, trawl, mattock, shovel, rake, and you can find out the uses of all these tools. Now the saplings is seen. You can see the small germination of plant. Okay, in now 20 days since the seed have been sown, the onion seeds have started to germinate. Along with the onion plants, weeds have also come up. Now what are weeds? Weeds are the unwanted plants which are not being sown as a seeds. Along with the seeds which are not sown, they are unwanted plants. Weeds grow in the fields and gardens without being planted. Now if the weeds are not removed, the crop plants will not be healthy. Now what happened? when the crop, the important crop plant, main crop plant, whatever we are sowing, suppose here the Raju farm there is onion crop, okay, so main crop is onion, so instead, and the other weeds means other plants which are growing along with the onion. So what they will do, whatever the fertilizer or nutrients of the soil is there, they will also intake the nutrients of the soil, and for the onion it will be left less, okay, so the nutrients of the fertilizer is also taken away by the weeds, so they are unwanted plants, though we have to remove the weeds so that the main crop whatever is there in the farm can grow properly and our crop is very healthy. Mother, uncle and I will help father to remove the weeds. Now Raju, his mother and uncle, they all help his father in removing the weeds so that they can get a healthy crop of onion. Now growing plants. After the sowing of the seed, sapling were seen, now the plants are growing, okay. So what happens, now Raju is very happy to see the crops of onion. They are tall enough to reach my knees. Now they are very big onion crop. Already we learned about the weed, that weed generally term for any plant growing where it is not wanted. A weed is therefore a plant growing in a wrong place. Now continuing with the thing that the onion crop has become taller. Now what happened? You can see the long tall onion crop. Now after some days, the leaves have started turning yellow and drying up. This means that the onions are ready to harvest. It will be harvested, okay. Now the onion crop is ready and it can be harvested now. Draw any crop which you have seen in the field, okay. So many of you go to the village, you visit your village, so you can draw your own favorite crop in your notebook. Do you know why? Everyone at home will have to work to harvest the onions out. Now everyone, the farmers work very hard in sowing the seed and growing the crops, harvesting. Totally the main person of the country who's very working out too much is farmer, okay. So with very hard work it prepared the crop and give us the food to eat, okay. So the main person is farmer. So we should have a great respect for each and every farmer of our country. It is very important that this should be done at the right time, okay. Harvesting is very important for every crop, that should be done at proper time in order that the crop do not get rotten. So if we are late, the onions will not in the ground itself and all our hard work will be wasted. So for every crop there is a right time to harvest. Now Raju helps his father in the field. Do you help the elders in your family in their work? In which work do you help? Now every one of us help our parents in household work. So you can list your own thing. In which work you help your parents or grandparents? So yes, I help my mother in cleaning the house and serving the food to all. I also help my parents in buying goods from market. Next, did you enjoy the work? Yes, I do enjoy all this work. Now the onion crop, now it is already harvested. It is at home now. Everyone at home is very happy. You can see the onion, very good crop is there. This time the onions are big and of good quality. Mother and auntie used the alege knife-like instrument to cut the dry leaves from the top of the onion. You can see how from the instrument or from the tool the onion is being cut. The alege is sharp and you have to be very careful not to cut your fingers. your grandmother has your grandmother were using this tool, you can ask your grandparents about this tool and you can know more about this. Father and uncle fill the sack of onions and father will take them in truck to sell in the big market. Okay, now the crop is ready to be sell out in the market. Now write these answers in your notebook. In which course Raju helped his father? So we already know that Raju helped his father in removing the weeds from the field, and also he helped in harvesting of the collecting onions from the field. Is there any field near your house? What is grown there? Yes, there is a field near my house. Some vegetables like tomatoes, mint, green chilies and onions are grown in that field. Raju's father takes the onions to the market in a truck. Think, how would fruits and vegetables be taken to another place if there were no proper roads? So, if there were no roads, what would you have done? It would be taken to the other place by rickshaw, cycle, bullock cart, or by using donkeys, etc. Okay. Now, what kind of vehicles are used to carry fruits and vegetables? Draw a picture one of these vehicles in your notebook. So, vehicles like tempo, tractor, truck, trailer, rickshaw, etc. are used to carry fruits and vegetables. Now, find out and write. Given here are the pictures of some tools used by Raju's family. Write name of the tools. Also write what are these called in your area. What work are they used for? Now you can see the picture, first picture here. Its name is, in this chapter it is plow, and in our area it is also called as hull, and it is used for plowing the field. Now next it is axe, and it is called as kudal, and it is used to loosen the soil and make the soil soft. Another here our mother was using to cut the top onion, so it is called alech, and it is also called darati, and it is used for cutting of crops and vegetables. Next, many steps are needed to grow crops. So look at the pictures and mark them in the correct order. So very first, what we have to do, we have to loosen the soil. Okay, then after loosening of the soil, what was the next step? It was sowing the seeds. After that, when the seeds has been sown, germination of plant is there, and along with the main crop, weeds are also grown. So we have to remove the weeds. Next, what is there? Then what the father does is cutting out the large plants, then taking out onions, and at last was packing and the last was packing onion in sacks, and the last was packing onions in sack. Now find out about a crop that is grown in your area. Also find out the steps that are part of this work. Draw them in the notebook. So in our side, wheat is grown. So the step involved in every crop is to first the soil is cultivated with the plow. We have to loosen the soil, that is plowing of the field. Next, sowing of the seed is there. Then afterwards we have to put fertilizer or manure to the soil. Then we have to give water properly to the soil, and after the germination, weeds that are grown, that we have to remove the weeds. Then crop is cut using a combine. Then afterwards the wheat seeds are packed and stored properly. So children, I think everyone has understood about this chapter. Please watch the video, read the chapter, refer the textbook, and write down the question and answers in your notebook. Thank you.